And with a more, I don't know what type of topic this is. I don't think it's controversial. Whatever, just a topic about interracial friendships and interracial dating. So basically, this topic came to me because I'm going out to eat with my friend Vivian, and she's Asian. So I don't know. She was in school last semester while I had already graduated. She's an education major, so her program was a 5 year program. So we haven't seen each other in so long. So, like I said, now that I've graduated and I spend a lot of time by myself, I took a while to sit back and think, like, yo, it's crazy how, like, Vivian is really one of my close friends. It's not crazy, but let me tell you what makes it crazy is that I thought about it. Like, when me and her walk in the street, it probably looks weird to people. Like, she's like this short Asian girl who's really skinny with this bone straight hair, and then you see me, this tall, dark skinned black girl with natural hair, like, and then us just together is like a weird to other people. But me, when I hang with Vivian, I never realize these things. Like, she's really a friend of me. She's really a friend of mine. Like, I never, when I'm hanging with her, I'm never like, she's Asian, she's Asian. And I noticed that, like, even like my other friends, like, they'll always ask me, like, does Vivian, does she act black? And I feel like they ask me that because I'm hanging with her. And, like, all my friends always ask me that. Does she act black? Does she act black? And I feel like they're like, asking me that because they're like, why would you hang with an Asian person? Like, why? And I'm thinking, like, why not? Like, your first question to me should be, is she loyal? Is she a good friend? Does she treat you good? Not does she act black? Act black. And I never thought about it because she really is my friend. Like, when I'm with her, I'm not thinking like, oh my gosh, she's Asian, everybody's looking at us. But I just thought about it the other day, and I'm like, wow, like, that's really crazy. Like, I just met her. We had the same class. She made me borrow her book, and then we both transferred to Buffalo State, and we became friends from there. And no, Vivian is not the perfect friend or whatever. Like, nobody's perfect. Like, she's not like perfect because she's Asian or something or whatever. She's no different from any of my black friends. But I'm just saying, like, it's just crazy. Like, she's really like a cool friend. Like, and I do see the difference. All my friends have different traits, different personalities, but I do see a lot of the difference between her and some of, like, my black friends. Not saying that all black people act a certain way or whatever, but just like the fact that she's more cultural. Like, I could go ask Vivian to go anywhere, she's down to go. Well, my other friends, it's not like that. Like, they're not down to go. Like, I could ask Vivian to come to the museum with me, she'll be down to go to the museum. I could ask another one of my friends to come to the museum with me, and they'll be like, I'm not going to no museum. You know what I'm saying? She's more cultural. She's willing to try a lot of new things, and she's willing to do a lot of stuff. She's just a different friend. Like, she's willing to hold you down. If you don't have something, she's willing to give. But I mean, I'm not the type of person who likes to take. Like, she's just a different friend. And I'm thinking, like, wow, what if I was that type of person that was like, she Asian, I'm not about to be her friend. Like, you know, and I know it's people who do that. Like, I'm not about to be an Asian girlfriend. I'm not about to be a white girlfriend. I'm not about to be some Indian girlfriend. Like, I'm not about to be nobody's friend unless they my race. Like, people really do this on a day-to-day because they scared of, like, how people are going to look at them and how people judge them. And I'm quite sure people do judge me for having an Asian friend. Like, people like, she mad weird. Why she got an Asian friend? Like, who hangs with Asian people? And honestly, I never really thought about it because she acts so normal. And I was just thinking, like, people who in interracial relationships, they probably deal with this all the time, but they probably, like, they really love each other. Like, they don't even think about the fact that they're of two different ethnicities and that they grew up differently or whatever. Like, even though me and Vivian are two ethnicities, so we definitely grew up in different environments and had a different upbringing, we still deal with the same exact issues. No, she definitely will never experience, like, certain things that black people experience, like, you know, racial profiling or struggling to get a job, things like that, from being black. But as it pertains to, like, life stuff, like, me and Vivian can talk about men all day. Me and Vivian experience the same thing with men, and she's Asian and I'm black. Cheating, deceiving, deceitful, having horrible friends, being in horrible relationships. strict parents, not being able to do this, not being able to do that, not having money sometimes. We could talk about those things because guess what? Even though we are not the same color, the same ethnicity, or have the same upbringing, we both are people and we deal with the issues of the world, of America, of the the society. We got to deal with that. We both got to deal with that. We deal with, issues of insecurity, just looks, everything. We're women, we're both people, so we deal with the same issues, and for that we connect well. You know what I'm saying? We deal with the same issues at school. Am I going to pass this class? Am I going to fail this class? We have those issues. We have those things in common, and I see that. You know what I'm saying? And it really made me I don't know. It was just a lot to think about. I never I hang with her, and I thought about it oh, people probably judge me for hanging with Vivian because I'm black, and people do judge me for everything I do, and people judge you for everything you do. No matter what you do, people are gonna judge you for what you do, and they're like, oh, she's mad weird, she hanging with an Asian person. But all this time, all these years I've known Vivian, I never cared. It never hit me. And I just thought about it the other day, oh wow, that's really weird. We really friends, we really connect, we really vibe well. And I think it's just this video was just a thing where, don't not hang with somebody or not be with somebody because you're scared of being judged, because you could find a lot in a person of a different ethnicity, a different upbringing, even a different personality. Just it could be a black friend, but just because that person is black and they dress more punk rockish and you're more hip hop, you're not gonna hang with this person. You can find so much in somebody. I learned so much from Vivian. So she's introduced me to so many different things in life, and I'm quite sure I've introduced her to so many things in life. I remember when I used to cook at school, I made jerk chicken and rice for my friends, and I made curry chicken. Vivian is obsessed with jerk chicken. She thinks that jerk chicken is the most tasteful thing ever. She's like, Brittany, can you please make me jerk chicken? She asks me to do this all the time through school, and I'm just jerk chicken is such a simple meal for me because if you don't know, I'm of West Indian descent. My mother is Jamaican, so jerk chicken is nothing to me. You feel me? That's something whatever. She's obsessed with jerk chicken, to the point she was dipping her chicken all in the gravy, being all nasty. Relax. You introduce so many different things to each other. Also, another thing with her, she wasn't really a cooker, so I helped her learn how to cook, just little things. You could pick that up from anybody. She picked that up from me, and I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let the society tell you how to live and let people judge you, because people gonna judge you for every little thing you do. For somebody to judge you because of somebody you hang with, in some sense that makes sense in a way, but just little stuff, just live your life. Because I'm thinking dang, had I been that type of person, I would have lost a pretty good friend, really, in all actuality. But me, the thing with me is, the reason why I never cared that Vivian was Asian, because growing up, when I was in school, I was never the except in high school I was pretty popular, but I was never the girl that was oh, she can't hang with me, she can't hang with me. I never had the type to choose friends. I just gained friends. It was just who I vibe with. So if I vibe with you, I'ma chill with you. I'm not the type of person that's oh, I'm not hanging with her because she's not cool, I don't like her hair. That's not what it is. And I think that we all need to realize little things like that. You can miss out on so many opportunities, even in dating. I mean, I know me, I never dated out my race. I dated somebody Hispanic. That's not that serious to me. But I mean, you could probably get good loving from somebody outside your race, just a good relationship. Because I think we have a pretty good friendship, and I noticed that people look at us differently. I remember I went to a restaurant with her, but she got there before me, and she was already seated. I'm like, oh, I'm here to eat with my friend, and they was like, oh, okay, did she come yet? And I'm like, yeah, I see her, she right there. And it was like, oh, okay, it's oh, she's Asian, she's black, what is happening here? People really don't grasp the fact that this is real life. I don't know, like, and I noticed that. And I remember going to a restaurant with my friends that was black in college, and we got so offended too, like, because we got there, my friends already sat down. I waited for my friend to park the car, and then we was like, oh, we ready to, our friends are already here, we ready to see that? And they was like, oh, we know who they are. You don't know if we with this group of people, like, why I gotta hang with black people all the time? Why I can't have white friends? Why I can't have Asian friends? Like, it's just like this thing with me, and I don't know, it was just something that hit me, like, wow, like, had I been that type of person, me and Vivian would never be friends. Like, there's a lot of things I would not have been introduced to without her, or a lot of things I wouldn't have experienced without her. So it's just kind of like food for thought, you know, like, don't judge a, like, I don't mean to be like corny, but like Martin Luther King said, like, don't judge a person by the color of the skin, but the content of their character. Like, honestly, like, I see a lot of differences in Vivian from my black friends, and I mean that sincerely. And it's not saying that all black people act a certain way. Maybe it's just the friends that I've chosen, but I see a lot of differences in her and others, and I like some of her characteristics more than I see in others. And that's just the thing with me. And no, she's not perfect. She's just as messy sometimes as my black friends. It's okay. I'm messy too. We all messy. But I'm just saying, we need to stop doing that. Like, and I know, like, people really judge me all the time, but it's just a food for thought about interracial relationships, dating, friendships. And yeah, this was like a little rant. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys later.